Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley Schrader. This is going to be a mixed levels stretchy flow, relatively short. If you know me, I'm going to aim to get this in about 60 minutes. Um, the intention behind this practice is to create physical space in the body so that we might become more aware of energetically what's going on inside and outside the body. So we'll start with a simple pranayama that doesn't require much but your imagination. So find a comfortable seat. I'm gonna sit on my block here. You can sit on a pillow, cushion, whatever works. We want to get to a place where we can be comfortably for the next few minutes. We'll allow the eyelids to soften. And then as we shift the gaze inside, we start to make some adjustments so that we feel nice and tall. So we start at the bottom and root down with the legs, and we'll shift back using the rooting action to align the shoulders over the pelvis and the skull over the sacrum. Notice how you can create length in the spine by taking the back of the head up. The shoulder heads move back, and we start to watch the breath. And it's this action of witnessing how the breath moves so we can sense it, we can feel it as it rises and it falls. And we notice that the mind starts to become more clear as it focuses on this one thing, the upward and downward action of the breath. And we'll begin this technique of alternate nostril breathing without using hands, which is kind of nice, but we're imagining the breath as it ascends through the left nostril. We trace it with our mind. And then on the exhale, we watch it descend through the right nostril. And then inhale, breath moves up through the right. And then exhale, we watch the breath move down through the left. And you'll slowly continue this pace. You might stretch it out to be a little bit longer. And at the top of every inhale, awareness might start to ascend to the space between the eyebrows. And then the descent again through the next nostril. And you might incorporate a pause there. So as we inhale, let's say through the right, we bring awareness to the space between the eyebrows and we find a little bit of a pause. And then exhale out the left. Continue with that. Inhale left, hold, third eye. Exhale right. We'll do this for a few more rounds. And we'll really start to study the stillness that we can find at that pause between the breaths, this space between inhale and exhale that the yogis studied so closely. And one more round. We'll finish with an exhale out the right nostril. And then release wherever you are in the breath, and collectively we'll inhale through the nose. And then release that out the mouth. A little bit more clarity, we find Ujjayi, breath in and out the nose. And we can find this kind of easy sense of smile with the corners of the mouth just gently lifting, or maybe you just kind of imagine that feeling or that occurs right before you smile. And you can keep the eyes closed as we start to move. We'll reach the right hand over to the right, ground the right palm. Inhale, reaches the left arm up and over to the right. Wrap the right elbow in and forward, and then use that downward pressure of the right arm to spin the left shoulder back, and maybe the gaze will shift up, keeping the eyes closed. And then come back through center, other side, left palm grounds. Find the rooting action. Use that to create expansion on the right side as you reach the right arm up and over, and then spiral the torso so that the right shoulder draws back and the chest moves upwards. And then do that one more time. Right palm down, left arm reaches. Breath helps us kind of explore and play with expansion in the side body. Come on back up through center. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, reach the arms forward. Find the spaciousness between the shoulder blades. Catch the fronts of the knees or the thighs and lean back. Inhale, pull the chest forward and up. Shoulder heads draw back. Maybe the gaze shifts up. And then exhale, round out the spine. Draw the navel in, curl. Inhale, finds the expansion across the chest. And then exhale, find a nice tall spine, turn it over, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, spread the fingers wide. Inhale, belly down, chest up, look up. Exhale, curl the spine, take the chin towards the chest and round. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rounds us out. One more, inhale, find the expansion. And then exhale, find the flexion. Keep the protraction in the shoulders. Just tuck the toes under and hover the knees. On the inhale, retract the shoulders so that the chest drops. And then exhale, protract the shoulders so that the mid-back rises. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, retraction in the shoulders. Don't change anything in the spine. Exhale, protraction, building heat around the scapula. Inhale, chest down. Exhale, round the mid-back. Keep everything in the upper body. Just send the hips back towards the heels as floating child's pose. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Continue to root down through the palms, ground the feet. Inhale, shifts us forward into plank. Exhale, lowers the knees, untuck the toes, cat-cow, inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, tuck the toes under, floating child's pose, hips back to heels. Exhale, heels down, hips up and back, down dog. Do that again more fluidly. Heels start to rise. You curl the spine forward into plank. Exhale, lower the knees down with control, untuck toes. Inhale, cat-cow. Continue on the exhale to round. Keep the protraction, tuck the toes, floating child's pose. Inhale, root through the palms. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift the heels up high. On the exhale, walk forward towards the top of the mat. Find this nice and easy forward fold. Keep the knees bent, grab opposite elbows, drop the head, let it hang, and just kind of sway side to side, manually releasing the inner shoulder and the neck, and then finding more spaciousness there. Release that bind in the arms, bend the knees a lot, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. We meet standing tall, palms face forward. Root down through the feet, lift up through low belly, shoulder heads draw back. And we'll start to reconnect with that space between the breath. As we inhale, we find a little pause and we discover what stillness means. And then exhale, we release the breath out the nose. Find another little pause. Allowing the intention of today's practice to be to physically create spaciousness in the body so that that space translates into clarity and room to have a greater sense of what's going on energetically inside. Keep rooting down. On the next inhale, open the eyes, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take a big swan dive, fold forward. Keep a bend here in the knees for the first one. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers wide, take it back to plank. Hold here, heels press back, toes pull forward. Plank one, knees are down, plank two, knees are up. Everyone's shoulders stay stacked over the wrists, root through the fingertips. And then on the exhale, it's knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Keep the elbows wrapping in. Lead with the pelvis, then the belly lowers. Lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, pull the spine longer as you fold back down. Do that one more time. Cobra, ground the palms, pull the chest forward. Exhale, lower back down, hands back in by rib cage, tuck toes, lift kneecaps first, and press on up to plank. Exhale, hips lead, downward facing dog, root through the heels. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back, three-legged. Exhale, bend the right knee, stack the hips, roll it open. Bring the right knee in towards the lateral rib cage here. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. Bring the right knee in towards the nose. Step the right foot between the hands. Ground the left palm to block or floor. Reach the right arm up, easy twist. Exhale, look down. Reach both arms forward, power lunge. Strong back leg. Right hip moves back in space for two. We got one more. Release the fingertips down, slide the left foot to the outside of the right foot, cross-legged forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold over the thighs. You can walk the hands towards the top left corner of the mat. And then walk hands back through center, root down through the right foot. Send the left toes towards the back of the mat. Drop the pelvis, lift the chest, inhale. On the exhale, lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes, straighten the right leg, flex the right foot so that the right toes point up, and you're in this kind of half split, half Hanumanasana. Hands can move to block or floor, and you create a little length here. Inhale, find a length, halfway lift, ground the left palm underneath left shoulder. Exhale, see if you can step the right foot to the back of the mat, a supported side plank here. Return on back to plank, right palm grounds, toes tuck. Exhale, vinyasa. It can be knees, chest, chin. If you know you want chaturanga push-up, go for it. Curl the spine, pelvis down, heart lifts. Exhale, bring it back down, tuck toes. Wrap the elbows in. Inhale to press on up to plank. Exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, send the left leg up and back. Externally rotate left hip, open up. Bring the left knee in towards the left lateral rib cage first. Lift up onto the ball of the right foot so the right heel is up high. Then bring the knee in towards the nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Right palm ground to block or floor. Left arm reaches up. Squeeze the feet together. Get really long from hand to hand. Exhale, look down. Strong back leg. Reach the arms forward. Power lunge. And then you breathe with softness in the jaw. For two. We got one more. Fingertips in front. Slide the right foot to the outside of the left foot. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs, keep a little micro bend in the knees, and then walk the hands towards the top right corner of the mat. You could send the pelvis back into the left in space. Walk the fingertips back underneath the shoulders, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, root down through the left foot, right toes to the back of the mat. Drop the pelvis, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, lower right knee down, straighten left leg, both hands to the inside of left leg. Find a long spine here. Half Hanumanasana, a little modified. Setting up for Vashisthasana supported, right palm grounds underneath right shoulder. Start to reach the left arm up as you pick the left foot up and send it to the back of the mat. Lift the pelvis. Exhale, reach the left hand back down. Find your vinyasa. Maybe it's chaturanga, low push up, elbow squeeze in by ribs. And then upward facing with straight arms and legs. Pelvis is up off the floor. The legs are so straight and strong. Exhale, hips move up and back in space. Downward facing dog. Slowly starting to fill up those joints, those muscles with spaciousness. Inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Slowly step forward to the top of the mat. When you get there, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Fire up the hamstrings. Inhale, rise up, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, press palms together, heart center. Go right into it. Inhale, reaches the arms up. Exhale, bring it forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, fire up the upper back. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, vinyasa. You decide now where you go. This is mixed levels, so we choose which way we go. On the next inhale, send the right leg up and back. On the exhale, take the right knee and bring it in towards the nose. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right knee across to left tricep. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Look back, left heel stacks over left toes. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Throw a little slack in the back leg so the pelvis stays neutral. Stay externally rotate at the shoulders so pinkies wrap in. Maybe gaze shifts up for 2. Take your right hand, catch left wrist, pull left wrist towards right. Good. Inhale, come back up through center, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms press heart center, hover left knee for 4. For 3. Take it easy there for 2. And 1. Open up big with the arms, warrior 2. Right knee stacks over right ankle, right toes point forward, arms out to a T, reach long. Try to keep the shoulders stacked over the pelvis. Set the gaze to right middle finger or just beyond. Flip the right palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Stay low in the hips. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the right foot. Pick the foot up. Send the right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Open up the pelvis. Stay here or flip your dog. Spin onto the outer edge of the left foot. Right toes find the floor behind you. Pelvis lifts. Reach the right arm forward. Slowly start to pick the right knee up, up, up. We're all going to meet an easy twist. Right foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, right hand returns to the floor to the inside of the right foot. Turn the right toes out 45 degrees. Drop the pelvis a couple inches. Rock back and forth. Okay, lower the left knee down, send the pelvis back, keep the right toes pointing out at about 45 degrees, and then find your half split again, but we're externally rotating at the right hip. Okay, Vashisthasana from here, left palm plants. You can keep the left knee down, or this time left knee is up. Take the right foot to the back of the mat, lift the pelvis, reach the right arm up. On the exhale, right arm reaches forward, right palm returns, vinyasa. Upward facing, downward facing. Other side. On the next inhale, send the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee to right. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Check your right heel. Make sure it's stacked. Then inhale, rise up. Find your crescent lunge. Check in there with your pelvis. If you need to, bend the right knee. Hug the ribs in. Left hand catches right wrist, draws right wrist to the left. Use your inhale to find space in the right side body. Good. Exhale brings us back up. Reach the arms up high. Next, exhale, press the palms together, heart center, and lower the right knee to hover. We got 4 more. For 3. For 2. Good job. Last one. Watch the heat build and just observe it without any attachment to what that means. Open up the arms out to a T, reach long, warrior 2. Keep the pelvis low. Find length across the inner thighs. Traction the feet down and towards each other. Flip the left palm. Don't change anything around the pelvis. Reach the left arm up and back. Next inhale brings us back up to warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the left foot. Pick it up. Left leg lifts up and back. Bend the left knee. Stack the hips externally. Rotate at the hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Left toes find the floor behind you. Pelvis lifts up. Left arm reaches forward. Okay? Stay. Or we're all going to meet in an easy twist. We're going to step the left foot to the top of the mat. Keep the right palm grounded. Left arm reaches up. So how smoothly can you make that transition? Slowly look down, both hands to the inside of left foot. Turn the left toes out 45 degrees. Drop the pelvis. Find upward facing dog shape in the chest and in the arms. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Keep the external rotation. Ground the right knee. Straighten the left leg. Half Hanumanasana, both hands to the inside of the leg. Where do you feel the difference here with the external rotation at the hip? One more. Vashisthasana, your variation, right knee can stay grounded or right knee lifts. Pick the left foot up, send it to the back of the mat, reach the left arm up. Pelvis keeps lifting. Then reach the left arm forward, then down, vinyasa. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Next inhale, heels rise, knees bend, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Toe heel the feet together, pelvis down, arms up, chair pose. On the exhale, interlace fingers behind the back, press the palms together, open up the chest. On the exhale, take the torso to the thighs. Keep the knees bent and move the hips back in space so the knees could stack over the ankles. Stay or lift the heels for 3. For 2, woo-hoo. And 1. Slowly take the heels down, find a forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Find your crow prep. You don't got to go up here. Just spread the fingers wide, ground the palms, bend the knees, separate them, press them into the backs of the upper arms. For 3. For 2, if you can't help yourself, of course you can come up, but otherwise, if you're with me, we're in this prep. Find your protraction through your shoulders. Push, push, push the ground away. Good. Then slowly find a low squat, big toes touch, knees together. Inhale, lift the chest, press the palms together. Exhale, reach the arms forward, drop the butt, lift the legs, Navasana. Knees can be bent, shins parallel to floor, or legs straight. Chest lifts for 3, 2, 1. Ardha Navasana. Lower. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, Ardha. Inhale, Navasana. Yeah, I got one more. Lower. Inhale, come back up, Navasana. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock forward and back. Don't think about it too much. We're going to go right into crow prep. If you want to go to crow, you can. And then vinyasa from there. So just rock back, rock forward, plant the hands, knees to the backs of the upper arms. From there, you step back or you float it back, keeping the shoulders past the wrists. Vinyasa. Upward facing inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Next inhale, send the right leg up and back. On the exhale, take right knee to right tricep. If you want a little more heat, bend the elbows. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Externally rotate right hip, right ankle to left lower thigh. Bend left knee, press right thigh away. Stretch through that outer right hip. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot between the hands. Ground the left heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. So my right knee stacks over ankle. My right toes point forward. My outer left foot is down. The arms reach up. The gaze might start to shift up. On the exhale, interlace fingers behind the back. Press the palms together. Inhale, open up the chest. Keep that length in that broad chest and see how long you can make the spine as you take the torso forward and down. For 3. For 2. Get even longer through the back of the neck. Strong left leg. Last one. Okay, next inhale, rise on up, warrior one. On the exhale, release, easy twist, left palm plants, right arm reaches up, spin onto the outer edges of the feet, drop the left hip, reach the right arm back, or stay. Next inhale, reaches the right arm up, forward, spin towards the left long edge of the mat, turn the left toes out, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, Skandasana with pelvis high or pelvis low. Everybody's legs are super active. For 2, we look forward and we find our way. It's going to be a kind of a tricky transition back into Revolve Crescent. So right toes point forward, left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, both hands back, power lunge. This time, airplane arms. Reach the hands back, palms down, thumbs out. Okay, stay here or traction the right foot back. Keep the right knee bent and send the left leg up. So we're in Jaguar with airplane arms. Left leg is really straight. That's how you're going to stay in control here. For 2. Okay, we all meet with fingertips underneath the shoulders, and then we step the left foot to the outside of the right. Keep a little bend in the knees, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. On the exhale, listen carefully. Ground the left foot. We're switching sides. We're going to stand up and hug the right knee into the chest. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, externally rotate it. Right hip, right ankle to left lower thigh, palms pressed heart center. Find this nice figure 4 shape in the legs. Keep the toes flexed, keep the ankle flexed. Maybe fold. You can stay in the fold. You could take hands to blocks or floor. You could take Galavasana. The hands plant in front of you. The fingers spread wide. The left toes wrap around the left tricep. The right knee presses into right tricep. You look forward, forward, forward. Maybe left foot lifts. Maybe left leg extends back. For 3, 2, bring it back in. Slowly, left hand, left hip, right peace fingers, right big toe, or right hand to right shin. We stand up tall, lift the chest. On the exhale, reach the right foot down, half moon. Right leg moves back in space. Left hand reaches down, right arm reaches up. Stay or left fingertips to floor or block. Right hand reaches for the outside of the ankle. Kick the ankle into the hand, Chapasana. Slowly, we'll release the bind if we have it. Bend the left knee. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Rise up, warrior 2. Flip the left palm. Reach up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the left foot. Pick the left foot, set it up and back, 3-legged dog. On the exhale, lower the elbows to the mat right underneath the shoulders or stay where you are. Option to hop the toes in. Option to take pincha hops. Keep the lifted leg straight. I can keep my forward leg, my right knee into my chest if that feels good. Just going to tighten up my center of gravity a little more. For 2. Last one. Vinyasa or skip it. We all meet back in down dog. Hips are up, face is soft. On the next inhale, right foot grounds, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, maybe the elbows bend. Next inhale sends the left leg up and back. On the exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Externally rotate left hip, flex left toes, left ankle to right lower thigh. Bend the right knee and push back through the palms. Inhale sends the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands, ground the right heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Take a couple breaths here. Situate yourself. Check the placement of the knee over the ankle. Check the toes. Make sure they're not sickled in. Interlace fingers behind the back, opposite thumb in front. Inhale, find your open heart. Get the head out of the way. Look up. And then exhale, drop in. Can you get the shoulder to the inside of the thigh? You can do that by moving the left hip back and towards the right. Get longer through the spine. Get stronger through the right leg. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. We'll come out of there for a second. Ground the right palm. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. You can spin onto the outer edges of the feet and reach the left arm back if that feels good. And then inhale, reach the left arm up and forward. Walk along the right long edge of the mat. Turn the right toes out. Find your side lunge with hips high or hips low. Kind of thinking about where we're going here. We're going to make our way back to easy twist. So look forward. Maybe no hands this time. You go fluid. Left toes point forward. Right palm returns underneath right shoulder. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Look down. Reach both hands back. Find your power lunge with airplane arms. Lift through the navel. Hug the ribs in. Send the left hip back. Get longer through the spine. Stay soft in the face for 2. Maybe traction the left foot back so much that you take off into jaguar. Keep the left knee bent. Keep the right leg extending. For 1. Release. We all take fingertips to the floor. Step the right foot to the outside of the left and fold over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the right foot. Stand up tall on the right leg. Hug the left knee into the chest. Broaden collarbones. Externally rotate, drop into figure 4. Left ankle to lower right thigh. Flex the left toes. Press the left thigh towards the floor, just actively from inside. And then maybe you take the fingertips to the floor or blocks. Maybe the hands plant. If you want to go there, the arm balance is there. Left knee presses into left tricep. Left toes, they've got to grasp the right tricep or you're going to fall. And that's okay if you fall. But maybe right toes lift. Maybe right leg extends back for 2. 1. Release the right foot back if you took it back up. Take right hand to right hip. Left peace fingers grab left big toe or left hand to the shin. Extend the left leg forward. Or you're hugging the shin in for 3, 2. Don't just let the leg go and fall. Can you lower with control, left foot down, and then the leg sweeps back as you open up the hips, left hip stacks on right, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Find your half moon. Keep the left heel pressing back, maybe right hand to blocker floor. Maybe Chapasana is there. Catch the outside of the ankle for 2. 1 more. Slowly. Don't slingshot it. If you got the bind, bend the right knee. Step the left foot towards the back of the mat. Rise up, warrior 2. Flip the right palm. Reach up and back, reverse warrior. Straighten the right knee. Reach back a little more. Inhale, we bring it up through warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down. Frame the foot. Send the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Stay or lower the elbows to the mat, to the inside of the shoulders. Maybe hop the left toes in. You stop anywhere along the way you want. Maybe you come on up. You can keep the legs split. You can bring the legs together. You can drop the gaze. These are all options for 2. Start to look forward. Think about your exit here. Left toes land if they were up. Shoot the heart forward if you're going for vinyasa. We're all going to meet in down dog. Take the heels towards the mat. Lower the knees down. Take a seat. And we're going to breathe together. So, a lot of movement. Probably feeling some heat circulating through the body. We're going to let that pause. And we're going to work with stillness again. So watch the breath as it slows down. Watch the nervous system as it shifts from sympathetic to parasympathetic. And then we'll take some Baloma together. So let's cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Out the mouth. Inhale just 1/3 of your lung capacity and pause. Can you start to bring awareness, take it in another third, to the crown of the head? Right? That space just beyond the crown of the head. Can you imagine, sense, or feel a white light there? Fill up all the way. You can stay lifted with the chest, or you can drop the chin as you lift the pelvic floor and the navel. And you can release those and let go of 1/3 of the lung capacity. Find your pause. Watch what the mind does. Let go of another third. Empty. Inhale, fill up. Imagine like light comes from navel all the way through heart, all the way through crown. Out the mouth. One more round. Inhale, 1/3 of lung capacity. Longer holds this time. Pause. Take it in another third. Fill up. Drop the chin. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the navel. Let go 1/3. Another third. Empty. Cleansing breath in through nose. Out the mouth. Easy breath. Just watch now. How things are shifting energetically. Maybe you are connected to this sense of a light at the crown. If not, it doesn't matter. Don't focus on it too much. You can just imagine its existence. Okay. Slowly start to open the eyes and take your inversion. So you can slide up next to a wall, sit your hips up on a block or a cushion, and take your feet up the wall. So that's a nice option. Actually sounds really good today. Or you could take headstand, handstand, forearm stand. We did a little bit of forearm stand, so that's not a bad place to go. I'll show you a couple of tricks. So one is when you take your elbows down, I would start with them more narrow than you think you need. because chances are they're going to slide out as the hands pull in as you try to control things. So start with the elbows in nice and tight. That way, if they do slide out, they'll land underneath the shoulders. That's one thing. The next thing is looking forward when you take your hops. If you're looking back like this, you have no idea where your shoulders are in space to your elbows, so you're just kind of like floating around and really can't use your vision. So try looking forward, take a peek at your shoulders where they are in relation to the elbows, then lift a leg. My lifted leg, it's hard to keep straight. It takes a lot of flexibility, but you're trying to straighten it so that it's engaged. If it's not, it's just dead weight and it's going to be really hard to control. Keep looking forward and then use your lower leg to take your hops. You can keep the lower knee bent as much as you need, but the lifted leg, again, stays as straight as possible. A lot of us are missing the flexibility and shoulder flexion to be able to do this without like arching our back to compensate. So one thing that you can try at home is taking like a block or not a block, a strap, tying it into like the door hinge and holding on to the block to the strap or belt with your hands. And so let's say the strap is connected to the door hinge behind me, hugging your ribs in so you can't compensate with the back bend, and then squeezing the elbows in tight, and then just gently walking away from that strap so you do get the opening, but you're gently pulling forward so that it's coming from a place of strength. You're building flexibility from a place of strength. I like that one a lot. You could also I like that one a lot because you have to integrate the torso and be aware of the core and not compensate with the back bend. Okay, so give it another couple breaths if you want to try going upside down or kicking up with the other leg. That's there. Those of you know who you are. If you're upside down and you're comfortable, the gaze will drop. Maybe you press your chest back towards the back of the mat. We'll all meet in child's pose. And let that go. And just kind of be here with what's left after all the effort and the focus. Okay. Let's go to down dog. We'll do a little bit more flow, and then we will wrap it up. All right, to the top of the mat, you have 5 breaths to get there with control. You can step forward softly with straight legs. You can take your little hops, fire jumps. You can hover your toes by your wrists for 2. Eventually, we land in a forward fold. Let's take a little break on the wrists. Take the hands, slide them underneath the feet. Toes find the wrist crease. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Relax the neck for 2. 1. Okay, halfway lift. Undo the bind, turn the toes out, drop the pelvis. Find this nice big Malasana squat. Press the palms together, lift the heart. Can you turn on the outer hips so that you're not having to rely so much on the strength of your arms to open up and to be stable? So turn on the outer hips, bring the thighs back, and keep the chest lifted. All right, reach the arms forward. We're going for crow. We're not thinking about it too much. Plant the hands in front of you. If you're scared, throw a big cushion in front of you. You're at home, so no one cares. You could put your forehead on a block if that works. And lift one or both feet. We're going to stay up for 3. If you've been doing this for a while, maybe you start lifting a knee for 2. Maybe you extend one leg back for 1. And then we come back, forward fold. You can vinyasa to get there. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fingertips down, ground the right foot, pick the left foot up, send the left toes to the back of the mat, lower the left knee, untuck the left toes, traction the right foot back in space, reach the arms up, Kapiyasana, Kali Mudra the hands, so interlace the fingers with the pointers extended, and then continue to use the strength of the right leg to push the left hip forward. Soften the inner shoulder. Biceps remain by or behind the ears. Inhale, reach. Last one. Slowly come up and out of that. Hands plant to frame the right leg. Send the right hip back. Flex the right toes up. Half Hanumanasana or full. Stay here, or take your blocks, pillows, whatever, books, and start to work the left knee back like this, or full. For 3, try to keep the chest tall and the shoulders right over the pelvis. For 2. Okay, back to half Hanumanasana. We've already done this transition a couple of times, so you can, we're going to go back and forth out of into side plank from here. So if you want to do the bind, you can do the bind. Peace fingers hook the big toe and you keep the knee up, or you can keep the knee down. Maybe the right leg straightens. Okay, from here, I'm going back to half split. So keep control. Just bring the leg down with really, really slow guidance with the fingers, and then lower the left knee back down. Everyone takes the fingertips to the floor or to blocks, halfway lift. Exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right foot, pick it up, move it over to the left edge of the mat. Find another take on half Hanuman, right into the IT band. Okay, bring it back. Right heel realigns with right hip. Come back forward. We're going to go deeper now into our lizard. So turn the right toes out. You could come to forearms if that feels good. You could spin onto the outer edge of the right foot so that the right thigh falls away. Stay or bend left knee. Catch the foot with the hand. Kick the foot into the hand and create a back bend here. For 3. Can you pull the right shoulder back and the chest towards the top right corner of the mat? Let that go. To get out of here, you could take Kundalini B. My right hand will plant to the outside of my right foot. My left toes tuck. My left knee lifts. My right heel lifts. I can stay, or I could toe heel my right foot over to the right a little bit, bend my elbows, wrap my left elbow in to support my left hip if this is new, and pick up the back leg. From there, it's your vinyasa. Good job, everybody. To the top of the mat. Option to hop to Malasana or to crow from down dog. So to get into crow, I know this seems crazy, but you could try taking your hips up like a fire jump, landing your toes right behind your wrists, and then finding crow, so you don't think about it too much. Or you could go from a fire jump, heels up, knees bend, look forward, get your hips up, and then lower with control. We land in a forward fold. Let it go. Shake out the wrists. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Ground the left foot, pick the right foot up, send the right toes to the back of the mat, lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, reach the arms up. Kali Mudra the other way. Pull the right hip forward and then lift the rib cage up and out of the pelvis. Keep softness in the face. For 2. 1 more. Slowly start to bring it back, half Hanumanasana. Send the hips back, flex the left toes up towards the ceiling. You might need to slide the left heel forward. Stay here or go somewhere in between half and full. Keep the chest lifted. Watch as the movement slows where the mind goes. Keep the breath with you. Okay. Come up. Half Hanumanasana. Right hand down, left piece, fingers, left big toe, or any other variation of Vashisthasana or side plank that you want. Lift the right knee, pick the left foot up. Maybe you straighten. Maybe you open. Think about where you're going. We're going back to half Hanumanasana with control. However you're getting there, it is like taking 3 or 4 breaths. Eventually, we lower back down. Halfway lift. Right hand to the outside of left foot. Pick it up. Bring it over to the right edge of the mat. Walk both hands to the left and fold. Come back up through center. Return the left heel back in line with the left hip. Come on forward. Lizard. Turn the left toes out. You can externally rotate, left the left thigh fall away, press the left hand into the lower left thigh or catch the little bind here with the foot like we did on the other side. Last one. Release that. Hands plant underneath the shoulders. Lift the right knee. Left hand to the outside of the left foot. You could stop anywhere along the way. You could lift the left heel, bend the elbows, drop the chest. Left leg might extend out to the left. You might play with Kundinyasana B, or you might skip it. We eventually meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Walk the hands underneath you. Find this little cobra. And then lower the forearms down into Sphinx. Press the forearms down and out towards the lateral edges of the mat so you can feel the muscles there between the shoulder blades turn on to pull the chest forward. Left forearm moves across the mat in front of you. Bend the right knee. Reach the right hand for the inside of the foot and gently pull as you press the right hip down, or maybe right fingers over the toes, right elbow points up. Keep pressing the pelvis down. You can close the eyes here for 2. One more. Release that. Let it go. Other side. Bend left knee. Right forearm comes across. You can catch the inside and press. Or take left fingers over the toes. Left elbow points up. Be active in the right shoulder instead of slinking down. And keep pushing the pelvis back into the mat. Release that, let it go. Take the arms out to a T so they're perpendicular to the torso. Bend the left knee, press into the left fingertips, roll on to the right side. Stay here or bring the left foot down. Press your pelvis, pick it up and move it over to the right so you have room to maybe put the right foot down and bring the right knee up. Actively press the right arm down for 2. Come back through center, other side. Left arm reaches long. Press into right fingertips. Roll on to left side body. You can pick the pelvis up and move it over towards the right edge of the mat. Sole of right foot presses down. Maybe left foot presses down as left knee points up. Stay active in the left arm. Getting ready for our bow pose. Come on back through center. Back to prone. Bend the knees. Reach the hands back, catch the fronts of the shins or the ankles, kick into the hands, lift the chest, firm the thighs in, breathe for 3. If you hate this, let go of the bind and take cactus shape in the arms, like skydiver. For 2, activate the feet, flex or point, or something in the middle. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release it all down. Make a pillow with the hands. Let the jaw soften. Shimmy the hips side to side. And watch this kind of sense of spaciousness permeate the body. Release, hands underneath shoulders, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Slowly come to kneeling. So you can just lower the knees down. Take the hands to hips. Press the pelvis forward And then try to get the top part of your pelvis to tilt backwards and the bottom part of your pelvis to move forward. Then from there, hug the ribs in, lift the chest, elbows move back, and see if you can breathe. Big breaths in and out. Maybe you catch the heels. If you catch the heels, the head can soften back. Can you let the head be the last thing to come up as you exit here? So go slowly, press the palms together, take a seat, close the eyes, and watch. Round two. Lots of options. If you want some more, if you know that you feel really good in camel and you want some more, you can go further. Maybe palms press to the brow, the thumbs press into the brow. You might start to reach back like you're moving towards Kapotasana, but you've really got to ground through the legs and find that posterior tilt of the pelvis. So when you're ready, take what you did before or go a little deeper. Try to breathe. Last one. Head's the last thing up. Take a seat and watch. Okay, we got to wrap it up soon. Go ahead and plant the hands. Take a vinyasa. Now we're facing right leg lifts, right knee, right wrist. You can slide the left leg back. Make sure the left hip, left knee, left ankle are in alignment. If you want the back bend, bend left knee. You can catch the foot, slide the fingers over the toes like we did before. Or you can forget about it. You could slide the blocks to the outer hips and keep the chest lifted so that we're really taking the right femur and activating all the muscles around it to pull the femur into the hip joint instead of like this. Okay. If you really want to go passive, you can slide your right shin forward. Just be aware that you still want to stay engaged around the pelvis so the right thigh continues to pull back, and then you can lower to the forearms. Block can always be used underneath the right hip. Some people will reach the hands beyond the left top corner of the mat. One more. Walk hands back through center. Come up. Lean onto the right hip without any hands. See if you can bring the left leg up and forward and step the left foot to the outside of the right thigh to twist. Left fingertips reach back behind. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Reach the right arm around the left leg and twist to the left. Look back to the left. Behind you. Every exhale takes you a little deeper in the twist. Some people will reach the right arm to the outside of the thigh. Keep pushing down through the ball of the left foot. Last one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release, a little counter twist. Other side, reach the arms forward. Any way you want to experiment with making your way to down dog, you can. I'm going to press my right shin down, plant my hands, step it back. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left wrist. Just like before, check your alignment. Ankle, knee, hip in line. Chest is up. Maybe there's more back bending or quad stretching if you want it. Maybe we're practicing really engaging and finding the power in our flexibility. Maybe we remember to continue plugging the left thigh bone in, pulling the right hip forward. If we lower to our forearms, or if we reach the hands towards the top right corner of the mat. Walk the hands in, lean onto the left hip, no hands, right foot steps to the outside of the left thigh, right fingertips back behind, left arm reaches up. Exhale, we hug, right thigh in, and look back. We can do this here. We can take cactus arm. And everyone's right thigh is working against the left arm to get a little more length out of the twist. Exhale, release that. Find your counter twist. Inhale, come back up through center. And take a little butterfly. Feet touch, soles of feet touch. Open up like the feet like a book. Press the fingertips down. Pick the pelvis up. Anteriorly tilt your pelvis so the tailbone moves back. Lower back down. Hands to feet. Get length first. And just kind of watch how you can really engage the glutes and the outer hips to use this traction for the low back as you take the fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Reach the legs forward. Reach the arms forward. Lower down with control for 3, 2. Take it all the way down. Set up for your final twist here. So you can hug the right knee in. You can take the right thigh across the body with the left hand and ground the right shoulder and look back to the right. You can self-adjust here, taking the right thumb into the crease of the hip and just gently pressing the right thigh away. Come back up through center. Hips back to neutral. Left knee hugs in, right leg extends long. And right hand to the outside of left thigh, left shoulder grounds. And maybe there's that little self-adjustment for you. Come on back up through center. Take a happy baby. Hands to the outsides of the feet. Press the tailbone down. Can rock side to side. And then let's squeeze out the last remaining tension in the body. So hug the shins. Engage the triceps, the biceps, the calves, the glutes, the quads. Hold, hold, hold. Contract. Let it go. Savasana. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Reach the arms and the legs beyond the border of the mat. Palms face up. Intentionally unhinge the jaw. The root of the tongue softens. There's more space between the brows than we began. Allow the body to sink heavier and deeper, the bottom of every exhale. What happens when you surrender in that pause between the exhale and the inhale? And you allow yourself to be physically and energetically held by the ground. As you slowly begin to deepen the breath, sense or feel the breath moving beyond the limits of the skin. The edges of the physical body no longer exist. You, the real you, expands infinitely beyond the limitations of this physical being. And we start to reawaken sensation through movement in the fingers and the toes and the wrists and the ankles. And you reach the arms up overhead, draw the legs together, take a long body stretch with an inhale. And then exhale, soften, let it go. Slowly walk the feet in one at a time, bring the knees to the chest and make your way up to a comfortable seat. You can roll over to one side or just rock yourself up. And we'll meet with a tall spine and eyes closed. Allow the wrists to just drape over the knees here. And we'll take the next minute or so to kind of redefine our own perspective on what we are. Letting go of the qualities, the very physical qualities that make up our identity. Moving this definition to something so broad that it cannot be described with words. One teacher calls it trying to describe the taste of honey to someone who's never tasted honey. We'll press the palms together, rub them a little bit, make some friction, bring some awareness back to sensation, and rest the palms at the heart. Inhale, take the palms and move them off the chest wall and explore with awareness the space beneath the palms, but beyond the heart, as defined by the chest wall. Explore that space with breath. This is you. With infinite potential, infinite wisdom. This intuition is always here, waiting to be discovered. Press the palms together, inhale through the nose, out the mouth. Inhale, thumbs to brow. Exhale to bow forward, sealing your practice. Namaste. Thank you. I think we went over an hour, but that was the best I could do. Thank you.